Not at all sponsored in any way, but great tip here. If you don't use Gas Buddy, you need to use Gas Buddy, especially now, because you can look up all the gas stations around you and find the cheapest fuel. So this morning we woke up in Lake Havasu City and we have found ourselves in Malibu, California.
Yeah, it's been a long drive day, y'all.
Unplanned as well.
As usual.
Yeah, as usual. We were gonna spend another day in Havasu and get out on the water and kind of enjoy that.
And we stayed the weekend because there was supposed to be a pickle fest this weekend. And as you guys know, we like pickles around the Gillespie household.
I really want the bite.
I know, you kind of want the bite when you get a pickle. Like, you want it to really satisfy that quench of like, it doesn't have that. It is good. It's just different. Thank you, Milwaukee. And your Wisconsin's hometown favorite, petite dill pickles. And we're excited about the Pickle Fest. And in fact, in our hometown, there is an annual Pickle Fest, and it was also happening this weekend. So when we were in Havasu and saw there was going to be a Pickle Fest this weekend, you can imagine we were pumped.
Yeah, we couldn't pass that up.
So Pickle Fest this weekend, awesome. Get out on the water, super great. But we woke up and it was a little chilly.
It was a little chilly, but that's not why we didn't make it to the Pickle Fest.
Why did we not make it to the Pickle Fest?
The Pickle Fest ended up being a pickleball tournament.
Not actually a pickle parade.
Not pickles. Not that that would have been fun. We were just really looking forward to the pickles.
Oh yeah, exactly. But we just kind of woke up with it being, in our opinion, too cold to get out on the water and no Pickle Fest on the calendar anymore, and decided, let's hitch up. Let's keep on going.
It's a beautiful morning.
Well, we got another parking lot night in the books, so as we mentioned, why don't we get a good look at this? It's actually not so bad. Look at those views. If I have to sleep in a parking lot, that's the parking lot I want to sleep in. But yeah, so as we mentioned, we again planned last second to camp. We thought we could just roll on up into California on spring break and find somewhere to stay. If you don't know this about California, almost everywhere there is to stay is associated with the state park, and those get super booked up. So if you go on to, it's like Reservation California or Jameson Willow. If you go onto the reservation website and try to book just right now, like just for fun, try to book same day or look and see what's available same day, you're gonna get a bunch of goose eggs. There's nothing. So we didn't know where to sleep. Not only is it all like state parks, but we also saw that there's not a lot of dry camping, dispersed camping, that sort of thing, options for us to just stay overnight, because we did book a week, but we still needed a place to stay yesterday. So what we landed on, this state park here, Leo Carrillo State Park in Southern California. They let us stay in the daytime parking lot for $45 a night. So you can stay, you have to leave by 9 in the morning, but it gives you a legal and safe place to sleep for a night in California. So I don't know if that's a thing, just generally that state parks let you do that, but if you're ever in a bind, it probably wouldn't hurt to ask, hey, can we just stay in the day parking lot, the day use parking lot, and then pay a fee or whatever it may be, if you're really in a bind. So that's what we did. The cool thing is, right across the shrubbery over there is the ocean. So we're gonna go check out the beach.
Okay, Deb, if I had to rate that campground, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 on levelness.
Yeah.
It's pretty level.
Oh yeah.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10 on location and proximity to the beach.
I mean, and views.
I mean, your dumpster, just throw your trash right here. Great views all around. The people, our neighbors were great.
Super fun. The state park hosts are super fun.
Yeah.
And what else? Convenience. Yeah. I mean, as far as accessibility.
Yeah.
Convenience.
Price, 5 out of 10. 45 a night for a parking lot.
Dry camping.
Yeah. Not a fan of that. If you're ever in Malibu and you need a place to park, just, you know, find one of these neighborhoods where everybody lives. We got a little bit of parking.
Don't worry, there's no parking signs posted. And we even checked with the local who lives here to see if that's A, annoying, or B, if people tend to get cited or towed away right there. And he said no. So we're good for an hour to go to breakfast. Y'all, we are so booning over Malibu.
Yeah.
Seriously, we haven't been in a place where we're like, we get here and we're like, oh, like, is this the place that we live? Like, one could dream, right?
Right? Yeah, you could only dream. Man, the weather is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, everything is beautiful. Like, you just actually step outside and it smells good.
It actually smells good everywhere.
I don't know what that's about.
The flowers, I guess.
Yeah.
There's like flowers everywhere.
It
like
is the first day of spring.
That's the first day of spring. And birds of paradise are everywhere right now. Like, just totally bloomed. I don't know if they ever don't bloom. But they're all blooming. And there's just like flowers across all of these little rolling mountains over here. And
so yeah, we parked along this street. It's like going into a neighborhood, but there's no outlet. So it's a little tough with the trailer attached, but
we found a place to park.
We went down there and ate breakfast, and then right next to breakfast is a grocery store. So we stocked up for the week, and so we're gonna do our best to cook and not eat out as much because
we're in California.
Yeah, it's just a little more expensive here. So
that being said, it's 1 o'clock, so we can officially, we had that like 4 or 5 hour gap between when we had to pull out of the state park parking lot and before we could check into our campsite. So time to check in.
And we passed it. We were driving along the coast and we passed the RV park, and our site might not be looking over into the ocean, but it's literally just up on a cliff right along the road and the ocean. So
it's gonna be sweet. We're
super excited. We're gonna go head over there right now.
Yeah, and word to the wise, the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway, if you are hitched, it is very difficult to turn around, so don't get going in one direction unless you want to make your way almost to Los Angeles, okay?
Yeah, just to be able to turn around.
Yeah, so,
just word to the wise,
yeah.
Right?
Hey there.
Gillespie. What?
Did you hear us?
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey there. We both said, hey there.
Really?
What's your last name? Gillespie? Exactly the same way. They were like, all right.
Okay. Good, man. How are you?
Doing great. Sorry, did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
Is it Devin or
Yeah, Devin, yeah.
Perfect. Just wanted to make sure. All right. So welcome to Malibu, guys. Have you guys been here before?
No.
Perfect. That means I have a whole speech for you guys.
All right.
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, phew. We need to get walkie-talkies. Okay. That's plenty, yeah. Yeah, just let it come really far left, because you're saying like park real far left. Yeah, that's good. But you want to like take the tail more toward just like back it up straight towards like this side, toward the driver's side. I mean, yeah, you could go ahead and just back it all the way in like this, and then we can pull forward and come closer to the left side. I mean, somehow you got closer to the passenger side and not closer to the driver's side. Truth? Hold on, I'm gonna mute. Jameson always gets cranky when we back in. Okay. There you go. Now start turning it the other way. Good. Whoa, stop. Why are you being so grumpy to me? I am not doing the thing that is making you frustrated.
Frustration level is rising.
We're gonna start over. We're gonna, he's gonna just start all the way over. We're gonna try again. Call me. Okay. Call me. Just keep it moving. Just keep it going really hard toward the passenger. You can't back up into it. Yeah, it's a little too close over here. Okay, stop. Okay, try again. And just turn a little bit sooner, I guess. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. Okay. What? Okay, good. That's good. If you can back into that, that will give us the most room on the other side.
Yeah, start to straighten out.
Yep. Yeah, straighten out and just take it right on that line. And stop. Hey, you did it. It only took 17 tries.
What? Are you rusty or am I rusty? What was that?
I don't know. That didn't seem like it had to be that tough. We got it all perfectly parked and we're not level. So we're 2 inches low on this side. So we're gonna go forward just a hair to not mess up the work that we've done and then level. Okay, so we're gonna give you a step-by-step what we do to break down and get settled into a new campsite. So I'm gonna take the camera because this typically tends to be all James, to be honest. So let's watch him go. Okay, James, so walk us through. What have we already accomplished?
All right, so backed in, checked to make sure we were level. We did that. Now, first thing after that is to unhook everything here and do it fairly quickly because I'm in the middle of the road. So,
so what all has to be unhooked?
Yeah, so you got power. This
First,
is the
okay.
breakaway cable.
Okay.
You got your chains. And
Okay.
then from there, I need to bring up the jack. So
Why do you have to bring up the jack?
So that I can disconnect the sway bars.
So why do you have to do the jack before you disconnect the sway bars?
You got to raise it up to get the tension off of the sway bars.
Oh, okay. Because right now, you can't move
We're
it.
gonna have to raise it up quite a bit because I could tell on the level we're like -8 inches, almost 9 inches.
Oh, geez,
so,
do you need more of those blocks under?
no, we should be good. And then so we already have the levelers over there, but we need to chalk over here. So I usually remember to chalk at the point of doing this so that this won't roll off into the ocean. So hold on, let me chalk it. There we go.
Chalked. All right, so what are you doing here?
We got the tension is off the bars, so nice and easy. This one usually has a lot more tension.
Okay.
Bring this back down so I can disconnect this. It rolled a little bit back when I did that, so I got to pull the truck up just like half an inch.
Okay.
See if that did the trick. There we go. All right, we pull these off. And then I can move the truck out of the way.
And this is one of our only storages. Actually, this is our only technical storage on the outside of our trailer. So, how much storage do you guys have on the outside of your trailer and what do you use it for? This is really just like our setup and tear down stuff.
So now, what I sometimes do, sometimes not, is disconnect the hitch here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that just because usually around here everything's kind of tight quarters, parking lots and whatnot. So it just adds like another 1.5 feet, I feel like, to the length of my truck that's already long. So And you obviously don't want it to get stolen, despite I have a lock on it, but I've heard those can be gotten around. And the worst part is that this ball is so greasy and everything under it. So I do my best, but inevitably I have black grease all over my hands by the end of this. So far so good. There's no room on it back here right now, so I'll just set it up here and then I'll push it back. Okay. And then while we're at it, I'll go ahead and put the hitch lock on the front. This is the, I believe it's the Blue Ox brand hitch lock. It's super simple. There's a lot of other ones that you can get probably a little more secure, but this one does the trick just fine.
So what does it actually do?
Just pops in there and locks on. That's it.
So
Super
that keeps
simple.
someone else from putting their
Yeah, they
hitch.
would have to saw it off and
Cool.
it'd be pretty difficult. All right, so typically we like to prioritize getting the electricity and the water on so that Dubby stays cool, but right now it's a nice, mild, beautiful day, so he's outside with us drinking some water, hanging out, but that's what we're gonna do. Surge protector, always use your surge protector. If you don't have one, get one.
Why do you need a surge protector?
Because you don't want the entire electricity inside your trailer to be fried if a surge occurs. So, super, super important. I forgot that we paid for a 30 amp instead of a 50 amp, so I'm gonna hook up to the 30 amp so we're not stealing more electricity. Okay, so for this surge protector, it's designed in a way so where you can just turn it on and then it will automatically check for a surge before it actually allows everything to turn on, and it allows power to go to the trailer. So if there's a surge when I turn this on, it won't allow anything, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn the 30 amp on. It'll take like 10 or 20 seconds to check, and it'll do like a delayed start, and once it says it's good, you'll hear it click on and you're good to go. Oh, there you go. It just clicked. That was like 7 seconds.
All right, what's the setup? If I'm doing this for the first time and I'm trying to figure out what I need, tell me you're not gonna let that touch the sand before it connects to our trailer.
No, it's not. So over here on this side is a pressure regulator. You always want to have a pressure regulator because you don't know what kind of pressure is coming out wherever you are. For us, we need 2 hoses because one has to connect to the spigot and one has to, and then the other end comes to the filter, and then you need one to go from the filter to the trailer. If you have a different filter that connects straight to the spigot, then you only need 1 hose. So now that I have this quick connect, I need my 90-degree elbow that's in the bed of the truck.
Mm-hmm. And in case someone didn't see it last week, why did we get this guy?
So I got the elbow because when I was connecting it straight to this, it was just at a bad angle and it was causing the connection point to leak a lot of water, leaving a lot of hard water spots and all that. So just not ideal, not good. And this has been really, really nice to have.
And what was the fix for those we got a lot of comments about what could help get those water spots out.
White vinegar?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is there another thing to combine?
Yeah, just
with
vinegar
that?
and water.
And water?
Vinegar and water.
With this hose, it kind of, if it's already kinked when you turn it on, it'll stay kinked. So you gotta kind of pull it out, and then I try to make it as neat as possible. They're kind of long hoses, but that's helpful to have a long hose in case your connection is far away for some reason.
You know what I just remembered, Jim?
What?
It's definitely like ant season again, probably, especially over here.
Yeah.
We've got to figure out how to get this stuff off the ground. I mean, we're gonna have ants, but we can at least avoid giving them a bridge.
Well, they can get from the bottom of that. Everything's touching the ground.
Jameson
The
always
filter
has
is
to
touching the
learn
ground.
his lessons the hard way. So I'm just gonna go with it. And if we end up with ants, then he'll take it more seriously.
Are you gonna
next time.
take the electrical cord off the ground?
You know, what is the best way? I'm like, how do you actually get this mess off the ground? What do you guys do? We need the tips. I don't want to deal with ants again. Y'all remember what happened with our freshwater tank?
Come look at this.
What?
I was about to fill up the freshwater tank.
What?
Look inside there.
What do we do?
What
do we do?
are those little like?
Ants. It's ants, Gene.
Oh my gosh.
Making an entire home in our RV fresh tank. And then we didn't have a freshwater tank for a long time. So what are the tips? What should we be doing to keep our stuff off the ground?
And
Oh.
I just pushed the hitch into the truck, and no doubt my hands are greasy.
Let me go get you a wipe. Okay, while Jane's cleaning up there, I'm gonna go ahead and go in and get the AC running. Steps. Voila! So it's pretty easy to set up the inside, honestly, especially when we've just been somewhere, but we just did our grocery shopping and stuff, so we have a little bit of cleanup to do, but I need to turn the inverter off because we were using it earlier. And actually, this is really bad. We left the water pump on earlier. Whoops. And let's go ahead and get the AC running a little bit here. Ooh, not the furnace. You can tell we were somewhere cold.
Okay, so we've got the electricity, we've got the water, we're level, we've got the hitch lock on. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and hook up the sewer. Then I'll bring down the stabilizers, and I'm also gonna put these X-Chocks on. So.
And we don't always use those X-Chocks, but what in particular has us?
Yeah, well, I should have added a couple more leveling blocks at the front for the jack, but I honestly think it'll be okay. We've had it that high before, but I'm gonna do the X-Chocks to just give us a little extra stability. Okay, so I typically have gloves, but I've run out and I keep forgetting to pick up more.
Ew, go get gloves.
So, start with this. While I'm over here, I'll go ahead and pull this out. So this is where we keep the stinky slinky.
What's a stinky slinky?
That's the stinky slinky. Alright, go ahead and disconnect that. Disconnect this. We can go ahead and put that on there.
What's that?
That's a connection that you need for pretty much every sewer connection point. So right here,
Uh-oh.
I do that usually. Oh wow, usually you get a little bit of, you know, extra juice for you, but no juice today. All right, let's see if this is gonna reach. I'm a little nervous.
Look, the bees.
I'm gonna have to disconnect this first, which
Oh,
is terrible
really?
because I have to touch it.
Oh no.
Screw it on. Problem is, we're going uphill.
Oh, jeez.
I've got the thing, so I'll do that another time where it kind of,
What thing?
it raises it up a little bit. So it'll start high and get lower as I come this way.
What's it called?
I'll
Do you
show
remember?
you. I don't know what it's called. It's this thing, so, and it's kind of broken a little bit, but.
Okay.
So I'll lay it along there and hopefully it'll help drain uphill. Yeah, before I do anything else, let me go wash my hands. Okay, X-Chocks, stabilizers, and we are done.
Woo!
I typically always do the rubber chocks, but when I do the X-Chocks, I do it mainly just for stability inside the trailer. It just makes it a lot nicer. Okay, so depending on your trailer or your RV, mobile home, whatever it is, you're either gonna have automatic or, not automatic, I mean, kind of electrical, or manual stabilizer jacks. Ours are electrical, so it's pretty simple. Okay, so we are all set up at our what might be new favorite camp spot. It might seem like a lot to do all that setup, but once you do, and once you do it a couple times, right, it's not that bad. You get all set up, you're good to go. You get your chairs, you look at the ocean, you enjoy a nice cold drink. Oh, cheers.